What's up, guys? This is Jason, and that is me, Jason, from the Jason&Jabari Gaming. Yesterday, 7.4 came out, and I took my rank 4 Nimrod against all 3 bosses. And I kind of wanted to break down the fights and explain them as they go along. So this first fight is Darkhawk. Keep in mind I'm unboosted, but I am a rank 4 Sig 84. And the idea for this fight, guys, is you want to build up prowess. And the way that you do that is you parry to get a fury buff every time you parry, and you use your dexterity mastery to have a 50% chance to turn that into a prowess. So when you have a when you have a fury and a dexterity, then you have a 50% chance to convert that into a permanent prowess buff. The way that I did these fights, you'll see, is I cycled my special 2s and they did significant damage. You do not want to attack him in his shield mode unless you're trying to push him back. The first couple times I keep on doing that. I would not advise that, but I'm getting close to the corner. So what I start to do is I start to hit him while he's stunned. It does not trigger his auto block, and you don't take damage back. But you want to bait out special 1s the entire fight. You do not want to push him to a special 2, and you want to throw your special 2, preferably when you have 10 of those charges and you're in that orange phase or purple. Those are the important colors. That's going to do the shock damage, and that's where you see all that massive damage come from Nimrod. Again, you don't want a heavy. I don't know why I did that there, but you just kind of want to push him back, keep him on his side of the field or map, whichever you prefer. There I was about to get tagged by a heavy, so I threw my special 1 just to get out of that. Then I throw another heavy. Again, ill-advised unless you're in danger and you're trying to get out of that corner. His special 1s takes a significant amount of time, in my opinion, so that's good. Get him out of that shield mode and then push him back and constantly throw your special 2. That time I accidentally did it while I was in my Titan phase, I believe, not the Blitz phase. The Titan phase is blue, I believe, and the Blitz phase is orange. That's the phase that you want to throw your special 2 in, the orange phase. And then after that, rinse and repeat, guys. It's pretty simple. I pushed him to a special 2 knowing that that would take him out. So that is the first boss solo. And now we're going to move on to the second boss of this 7.4 Act 1 quest, or Chapter 1 if you prefer. The next boss is Guillotine, or Guillotine, depending on how you want to pronounce that, 2099. And this one was even easier, in my opinion. The Darkhawk can kind of trick you up. You need to make sure that you can parry and land your parries. Sometimes that's a little difficult, or at the very least learn how to reparry. I'm still pretty fresh coming out of Karina's challenges, so I did face Darkhawk a couple of times, and I am familiar with his animations at this point. They're still fresh. So here I'm just selecting my team again. I did 100% complete the first chapter. I plan on completing all the chapters 100% one by one until we're completely done, and then we will open up the rewards. That's how I did 7.3. If you haven't done 7.3, please check out those streams. They are up on the channel, and that does help us out with the algorithm. But yeah, so this boss, I would say the dangerous thing about 2099 is that she has a cloaking type defense, kind of like when you push Darkhawk to a special 2. So what you want to do is you want to knock her down. Notice I kept telling you not to knock Darkhawk down unless it was absolutely necessary. Well, here you actually do want to knock her down to put her her cloaking mechanism on cooldown, if you will. You primarily want to push her to a special 2 as well. her special 1 power drains you, and again, you're trying to get to your own special 2. She will lose a significant amount of damage because of shock. So Nimrod is perfect for this. Again, you want to look at the colors and look at orange. Orange, you're good. Don't finish your combo unless you're going to end in a medium to stay in that phase. There is a timer that will switch modes anyway, but yeah, you want to, if you're in a certain mode, you can end with 4 lights and switch your mode. But I'm just letting the timer switch my mode there, and then I'm going to throw my special 2. Now I'm actually in eradicate mode, which is purple, and look at all that damage from 1 special 2. Almost took her down by half her health. That time I got a little antsy, and I wanted to push her to a special 2, not heavy and putting her timer on cooldown. So I just beat into her block a little bit to get her up to a special 2, and then I tried to bait out her special 2, and then I'm going to punish. But again, her timer has expired, so I only do a tap on her a couple of times. I'm trying to set up for a parry. I get it. There it is. Now we're going to wait out the timer again for ourselves to get back into eradicate, or I'm sorry, into blitz mode. And yeah, there she goes. 1 more special 2 should finish the job. And this is pretty much the fight. It wasn't that difficult as long as you understand how to play the champion. They do have pretty big health pools, so keep that in mind, guys. I did not boost again, but I mean, if you want to boost, you absolutely can. I think I used maybe 1 or 2 revives, and that was absolutely unnecessary. And a few potions. I did not need to use any items. I just ended up using some items that didn't exactly pay off on a few characters. So you guys actually probably can use or do these paths itemless. So you can just build up your roster, and hopefully this will help someone in the future. All right, so the last boss is the Ultron boss. This was by far the hardest boss to play with Nimrod for a few reasons. Number 1, he has shock resistance, so that's the shocks are not going to do anything, and you're going to see that. I mean, they'll do some damage, but not significant damage, like they were doing to the other 2 bosses. Number 2, I deal energy damage. Nimrod does energy damage on all of his attacks. So you'll see Ultron consistently healing because he heals back a portion of energy damage. But the strategy here actually is to go for the special 3. And the special 3 will start getting both modes. So we basically will get to Titan mode, or excuse me, I'm still getting all my modes confused. We'll basically get to eradicate mode. And basically what that's going to do is that's going to both heal us, and it's going to deal a certain amount or percentage of damage missing, proportionate to the missing health. So my special 3s will actually increase in power the more that I throw them, and the lower his health is and the higher mine consistently goes up. But this was a very, very long fight. This was about 9 minutes, probably 10. And yeah, as you can see, I'm getting beat up because I'm a scrub. He has some unique abilities. They're a combination of things that they put together from other acts, such as he gets the power gain, or he gets the fury, or the armor up. And it's way more manageable than that boss was. But notice after my special 3 there, I'm healing, and he actually did take a little bit of damage back, but he's pretty much well topped off at this point, so you won't see the damage come in for a little bit. And again, he's healing every single hit that I'm dealing. As you can see, it's not by much, but even when I tap him on the block, he's still healing. So it does prolong the fight a lot. And I think he has 660,000 health, if I'm not mistaken. So this was a long, brutal fight. But Nimrod can do this fight. He is an option. You do have better options though. Another thing to be aware of is his auto evade mechanic. It has a timer. I punished a couple of times with it up, and it almost cost me a couple of different instances, so you be really careful and conscious of that. I know you have to keep a lot of things in mind during this fight, but that's definitely one of them. Another cool thing about Nimrod is that when he throws his specials, he's going to get a debuff placed on him, a coward's debuff, where he will lose power, and he will actually be losing power until that debuff goes away. So that helps out with when he has his power gain phase and stuff like that. So this was always a manageable fight, but here's the first time when I threw my special 2. I mean, look how fast those shocks passed, and look how little damage they did. So I was thinking at this point, I'm like, oh man, well, this is not good. So now I got to change up my tactic here, and I did. I don't believe I threw another special 2. I might have. What I did right there was I wanted to gain my energized buff off the special 1, and that would help me gain power faster to get to my special 3s. I think is at that point where I realized I needed to switch up my tactic. So I don't believe I went for another special 2. But it is possible because I don't fully remember. Let me see. We'll see here in a minute. But you will notice the damage on the special 3s starting to ramp up each cycle that I get to a special 3. So during my live stream, I was calling out the percentage, and remember, he has like 660,000 health, so those percentages are actually substantial numbers. So yeah, he was at 84% there, I think, and now he went down to like 81% or something like that. So only 3%, not really a lot of damage there, but those numbers are going to start to increase, and the percentages will increase, and you guys will see. Yeah, man, so far I'm having a really fun time with this challenge. I'm going to stream it all live, so it'll be up here. So if you guys want to see a certain path being tackled by myself, or you want to see a certain boss fight and who I use for them, and to see if that works out for you or your roster, or if that was, you know, a silly idea in your opinion, just let me know in the comments. You know, I put everything out there for you guys, so you know, nothing to hide here. But that being said, I'm going to let the rest of this play out. You guys enjoy, and I will see you guys real soon. Peace.